Ding, 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 ding. Welcome to Your Music Live. Welcome to October 2023. Yeah, same YML show, slightly different time. So for everyone tuning in on the replay because you didn't realize it was an hour early, I'm sorry. I tried to put it on every place I possibly could that we were going to be an hour earlier. Blame Australia for our early daylight saving time. Welcome aboard. This is Your Music Live, playing your best independent tracks. We're brought to you, as we are each and every week, by these folks here, DistroKid, and I've just used DistroKid to release my Song Timber song, as I know many of you have as well. So congratulations and well done. We'll talk more Song Timber later, but for now, we're going to jump into some music, and we're going to start off with something I think you're going to really dig. This is XK Scenario and a track called Blank Tombstones from the Classroom Sessions, and I think it's going to start us off in just the right way here on Your Music Live.
Flames emanate down the trodden nation. Silver knives slide through the sky side and arrive on the side of rage and tension of visual. Cheers and thrills of those living in the corner can be heard from across the border. Yeah, they produce melodies that have lasted for centuries, but heads over as sector never knew how to get down as the fan technologies. Study astronomy, push probably the things till the brink of what was known. Up the streets down at the Capitol, but keep them in line, making it show things are running fine. Finance wasn't a plan, saw me the crowd. I want a life, I want a beautiful life. Yes, you, they stand for running skies. They couldn't find in the stars that life that passed their eyes. They were alone, floating, and I looked in the sea, left to wander forever in dark eternity. Citizens never experienced anything for my culture besides their own. A bunch of ethnocentrics, blessed with the gift of blissful ignorance. Only corrupted in any form, but they hold strong to the hope that they are in alone as time passed on. Yeah, the technologies, they grew steadily. For babies and mental machines, and chose memories, personalities, so with maturity they could be. Yeah, just another one of the people, just another one of the peaceful people. Detected an anomaly. They couldn't find the true sound that guided the sector B. All the animation came running at my velocity. They wondered what could be because the switch over from the sun, sky to the bottom, by the black order, metal fire, metal away, and then shake down the quarter. I'm a sort of by the order, but with peace was scarce, change no breath. But people dark, trained up, crash in the middle, the blow back, sharp wind, crash down on the middle, they were dead. Store on check, safety, 21 was a best thing in a day. Out of being 0% and right up on even with the brains left. So painful things, veins straight from the center. Send us a terror, the red bar, and a tread cloth, the suit job. The swords were them, and belly that is not the best with no boss. Make a matter, make a bodies and neck down.
I know. I don't want to turn it down either, but we got a lot of music to play here today. How cool is that? Yeah, my new favorite band. Do I say that every week? But yeah, my new favorite band. That is XK Scenario, and they say this is a session video, all recorded in one take. The song is about the source of all human conflict, and my goodness, yeah, the energy in that one, next level, off the charts. There's nothing I can say specifically about that except it rock. People saying, yeah, Rage vibes, Chili Peppers vibes, Living Colour vibes. Yeah, it's got that fresh modern sound, but definitely takes you back to a better time, to the 90s and early 2000s. Yeah, what an opening jam. If you weren't awake before, guess what? You probably are now. So thank you for sharing that one. Hopefully it is not the last time that we hear from XK Scenario. Someone we have heard from before and also rocks in a big bad way is Mr. Greg Hutto. And we've got a Greg Hutto track to play for you up next. They say, my intentions about how things can go incredibly wrong when you lean on your own understanding about things and ideas. Love that concept. We trust our brains too much sometimes, folks, and your brain can lie to you. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and we'll talk about that a little bit throughout the show and throughout the whole month here. But yeah, the one thing I'll say here is that sometimes us overthinkers, our brains can lie to us, and it's not fun. So sometimes you gotta tweak a little bit and hack your brain, use your instincts instead. This is My Intentions, Mr. Greg Hutto on Your Music Live.
Ground control. This is Major Tom.
There, rocking in a big bad way there with that track. Yeah, amazing stuff. A very high energy start. That one was My Intentions. Great song, really well constructed. Good mix on that one. Yeah, the vocals and the harmonies, like just has that. I know that when I turn up a song, it's been mixed and mastered well when it just all sort of sits at that level, and it's like, yeah, delicious. So good stuff there from Greg, and yeah, great video too. I love it. You folks put the effort into your videos a lot more than I do. Maybe I need to do a video for my Song Timber song. Bit of housekeeping, folks. Are you brand new here? Well, here's how it works. As you would have noticed, we play about 1 to 2 minutes of each song, and we play a bunch of them. We play like nearly 40 songs every week. We're here for 2 hours. We do it every week. The times are shifting around a little bit, but we're always here on a Sunday afternoon or evening if you're in the US and Canada, Sunday night for our UK and European friends, and Monday morning here in the land down under. And we can only do this each and every week thanks to these folks here, DistroKid. Yeah, they're my distributor of choice, and they are the wonderful sponsors of this show. They help keep the lights on around here at Studio Live today, and they support your independent music. In fact, if you're not already releasing your music onto Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Amazon Tidal, all the places, you can sign up right now. Use that link or the link down below. Save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan. And we'll talk a little more about DistroKid a little later in the show. But now, it's time to rock on with Mr. Ryan Rogers. We call him Ryan Rock Rogers. We don't, but we could. He says this song was inspired by a trip to New Mexico. There's a New Mexico now? New Mexico. It's about a mountain paradise closed off from the world, a town that has everything but squanders it away. Ooh, a redemption story. No, an anti-redemption story. I don't know. It is called New Jerusalem, USA. Mr. Ryan Rogers, Your Music Live.
Neon Jesus saves, Citibank invests. Time is only borrowed, and interest rates may vary. Pay tax on all your debts. Midtown closes early. Gotta get your browsing in. Free drinks at the casino, fresh air for
council voted. Hostility is banned. Set a good example. They went out to the gun range and sacrificed a lamb. Bars are renamed tap rooms, and the condiments are free. They built a dome over the high school, 'cause football is barbaric when it's 25 degrees. Cowboys
Oh,
on
absolutely love it. Yeah, amazing sound, amazing songwriting, amazing choice of instruments there. Love the banjo, love Ryan's vocals, and yeah, a song that makes you tap your foot and put the grin on your face because it's just so cleverly done at the same time. Really, really cool stuff. Yeah, a little old REM. I agree. But yeah, the great lyrics there. Yeah, because football is barbaric. That just sticks in my head for some reason. And we shipped fresh air in from Las Vegas, which if you've been to Las Vegas anytime recently, you'll know the oxymoronicness of that statement. It's a word. I just made it up. Thank you again all for being here. If you're having fun already, we're only 12 minutes in, but if you're having fun and you want to hit that like button down below, it looks like that. If you're not having fun, you can hit that one too. It's all impressions at the end of it. No, please feel free to hit like. And don't forget, sharing is caring and Sharon is Karen. I had a comment this week from someone that said, "Did you steal Sharon is Karen from me?" I say that too. And I'm like, don't think so, since I don't know who you are. But more power to you. No, I just Sharon is Karen, Sharon is Karen. I don't know. I probably stole it from somewhere. I don't claim ownership of anything I say or do. In fact, I don't take responsibility for any of my actions in life. Isn't that how it works in 2023? Zero accountability, zero responsibility. Not true. Next up, we've got a track from Fico and Friends. We're going to jump over to the continent of Europe for the next couple. They say this is a song about faith in God and knowing if you believe in Him, He will always come to rescue when the time is right. This song is written from my personal experience. Fico and Friends. This one's called Not Alone, here on Your Music Live. Nicely done there, Fico and Friends. Had to get a bit of that guitar solo in there. Yeah, it's got that surf rock kind of vibe to it, doesn't it? Yeah, very old, classic analog sound, which is hard to get in a digital world. So, yeah, sometimes digital is too clean. You got to kind of like roll it around in the dirt a little bit there. Look, and here's the thing. If you might be thinking, why does he play religious songs? I know it's a touchy subject, religion, politics, all that sort of stuff. Here's the thing. If you're preaching love and you're telling me what you like, gold. If you're preaching hate and telling me who you don't like, bad. So No hate, but yeah, if you like something, but the same if someone says I'm in love with my rocking chair, I'll play that. I don't mind what you were. Did I just say that someone might be worshipping a rocking chair? I think I did. Before I get myself into more levels of blaspheme, why don't we continue on and play another song? This one comes to us from Marcus Cadell and Auntie G. Yeah, we're going to stay over in Europe and play this one. Hello to our UK and European friends, by the way. I noticed SM Borthwick's here. I noticed some of our viewers from the continent of Europe and from around the UK are able to be here because we're a little earlier. And guess what? It's going to get better again because when you folks change your clocks, it's going to be even earlier. So watch out for that. Watch the time changes. As Marty said in Back to the Future, just try and keep up. Marcus Cadell and Auntie G said, "Hey folks, just what I needed is the second track of our new EP. It is an uplifting rock anthem that captures the essence of finding unexpected moments of joy in everyday life. You got to do it, folks. You got to find joy everywhere you can, and sometimes it ain't in the places you expect. It's in those unexpected moments. Just what I needed. Auntie G, Marcus Cadell, your music live." Very cool stuff there. Auntie G, Marcus Cadell rocking out on that one. Yeah, you can't help but think ABBA when you're hearing Auntie G sing, right? But then with Marcus's, I don't know, there's something that sounds like Marcus has always sounded like, I know he's from Europe, but he sounds like the band Europe. Like he's got those old school kind of 80s sort of melodic metal vibes that sound really good. Yeah, Melt Glaciers with The Fire. Yes, we are early, Raul, I know, which means that some folks from other parts of the world that usually can't tune in can over my summer and your winter. So yeah, settle in for that. If you're wondering, these are all amazing songs, Johns, but where do I find them? How do I get to them? Guess what? They're all down in the description. So if you want to check out the video, if you want to relive the amazing song, yeah, a little ELO, isn't it? Also a little, it's got vibes of Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship that went through that transition. Just that kind of vibe as well, which I really enjoy. I was halfway through a thing. Yeah, down in the description, what I've done is I've collected all of the links and they're all down there. The only mystery, if you're watching live, is who our featured artist is going to be. Shh, We're going to find that out in about 40 minutes' time, at the midpoint of the show. We've also got ourselves a Play My Fire beat coming up, so you'll have a chance to have one of your songs played on the show, even if you're not on the playlist. Do not fear. And we'll be hearing from our friends at DistroKid right in the middle. We're going to go with a double slap. I'm going to slap you twice here because we're going to jump over to slaps.com. We've got 2 tracks here over at slaps.com. We've got one from Moses J Hawkins to kick us off. I'm then going to talk a little bit about slaps.com, why it's cool and why you should use it. And then we're going to hear from another artist on slaps.com. But Moses J Hawkins says, the songs that I write that I like the best tend to get written in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. I wrote this one at 3 a.m. Consequently, I have no idea what it is really about. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I can definitely relate to waking up and you're just like, oh yeah, I've just got this idea for a song, and it just comes out of nowhere, and then you're like, don't really know what this is about because it was about this weird dream that I don't even really remember anymore. All right, let's give this one a spin, shall we? This is Moses J Hawkins and Passages on your Music Live.
I was only one step away from the bleeding end, staring down into the dark as I approached the ledge. I was only ever one step away from all the things that I wanted, but it slipped through my hands like broken glass and sand. In the end I wanted. You're haunting me. You're haunting me. I could be the ghost in your absolution. I could be your accidental thing. I could be the thing inside your head you can't find the heart to escape. After all, we're only ghosts in passing dreams. Stared down into the dark and began to see.
I had a couple of folks saying Moses sounds like me. Look, I'd be proud to put that out there. But yeah, look, I love the riffage. It's definitely right up my alley. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it a lot. Yeah, and this is reposting a track. I did a bad job of mastering last time. Sorry about that for anyone who got bass poisoning from my last try. Yeah, we've all been there. So yeah, as you can see here on slaps.com, me as a listener and a viewer, I can throw fire on this track. I can save it into my saved tracks. Sharing, super simple. Click a link, hit copy link. You're sharing your track, which is exactly what Benjamin did to share this one. And we can come down here and we can just say, just spun this on YML. Epic riffage, dude. Because apparently I'm a 17-year-old in 1993. Was I a 17-year-old in 1993? Around about that. No, I was 14. All right, yeah, very cool stuff there. And again, slaps.com is cool. Slaps.com comes to us from our friends at DistroKid. Yeah, they're the sponsors of this show, and is there free. Did I mention free? 100% free. You can share your music here. There is but one rule. See this little button here that says CTR? That's your comment to track ratio. That's got to be above 5 for you to post a song. It means you can't just get other folks to listen to your fire beats. You got to listen and comment on other people's fire beats as well before you can actually release a song. So because mine is well above 7, I could come in here and post a new song. In fact, I did exactly that, because if I go to me, my song Timber Song has just been finished here, and it is right here at the top of my slaps. And you can see there, we've already had some fine people who've come and thrown some fire. There's a familiar face there. Mark's found. I haven't actually promoted this anywhere particularly, but Mark has found it and commented there. So you can sign up for free to slaps.com. You can share your music. You can find. It's so cool. If you like this show, you will love slaps.com because it's like a great music generator. You can come in here, you can pick your genre, and you can just scroll through and find amazing artists with great music to play. So go check it out, slaps.com. Join for free, share your music, and in the second half, I'll tell you how, if you want to take the next step up, you can do what I did a couple of days ago and actually release your music to Spotify and Apple Music and all the places, which my song's out there now. It took like 2 days. Distro Kid, you're amazing. We love you. Let us continue on. I promised you a double slapping, and I'm out of my word. So we're going to grab this one. This is from Emily Cordial, who says, "The crush I'll never have is solely based off wanting someone who can never be taken due to prior commitments. Yeah. However, both individuals felt a spark at the same time and have mutual feelings for each other." Yeah, mate, it's a complicated world, isn't it, when you go down that track? It's like, if only he wasn't married, if only she wasn't with someone. Yeah, I know. I hear you. Let's give this one a spin. I think you're going to really dig this one. This is Emily Cordial and The Crush I'll Never Have. Your music live is on the air.
The first time I looked eyes with you, I knew this would be no good. I felt something in my heart, I felt something in that spark. I don't usually do this, I play by the rules, but this time it is different and it feels kinda cool. It's crazy you never leave my mind, stuck in my head all the damn time, wishing and hoping for something to change, but I know it won't. I know it. Take to heart, but maybe I shouldn't do that part. I'm falling fast, I gotta stop. There's too many things I can't break up, but it's easy when I'm with you. Temptation is beyond control. I want you bad, I know it's wrong, but maybe that's why this is so fun. I know you felt it too. There's something about you. Chased all the taking. What is wrong with this image here? Someone's gotta tell me before I whisper in your ear. I know you felt.
Oh yeah, I knew you folks would like that. The second I hit play on that one, I'm like, my community is going to be all over this. That is an absolute jam. And again, what we can do is over here on the slaps.com, we can say, Emily, this simply rocks. The YML community loved it. Because you did. I saw you there. I sees you. I sees you commenting and saying how much you dig that one. Very cool stuff. Super powerful vocals. Really well mixed too. Love the delay on the vocals. That really, yay, really good. And I'm a sucker for some nice variation, a little bit of dynamics in your music, and just that build up, the going up the octave for that chorus. Yeah, chef's kiss. Amazing stuff there. And the guitar, I know there's too many things to talk about with that one. A really cool track. And again, shared over at slaps.com. Without slaps.com, who knows? Emily might not be able to share that. But the other cool thing about Slaps is, as you can see, when you follow the link down in the description, you got your Spotify, you got your Apple Music, you got your YouTube. So you can follow Emily all over the place and make sure that you're supporting the wonderful music that she produces. We're going to play one more song, then we are going to do our Play My Fire beat. So get those typing fingers ready, because you'll need the code word, which I will only reveal after this song. So this is Raul Nieves. Did I get it right, Raul? I'm getting better with my pronunciation because he gave it to me phonetically. He's helping me out. Raul says, "Hello, Pete. This is my latest instrumental called Depth. I had the bass and main riff idea for years and finally got around to finishing it. Hope you guys enjoy it and have a great show." I can't be sure we haven't played this already, because I thought we had, but maybe I haven't, and or maybe we haven't. I haven't knocked it off. You know what? I don't care. Raul makes some great music, so I'm going to give this one a spin regardless. But yeah, the image is just taking me back. But Raul Nieves is a very good artist, and we're going to play this song for you right here, right now on Your Music Live. Yes, apparently we did spin it a few weeks ago, but worthy of a second play, because absolute jam there. That bass riff is next level, isn't it? Yeah, it just really cuts through. I think Mark said lots of space in there for the bass and the guitars and the drums to all live together in perfect harmony. Ebony and yeah, great stuff there from Raul Nieves. Thank you. Hello, Sticks for Guns just popped in. We'll get the whole show tomorrow. Yes, I know it's still pretty late, still 11:30 for folks in the UK, like our friend Richard Sticks for Guns. But thank you for popping on by, and hopefully next week, yeah, you can stay up, because we have our big Songtember show next week. I know Richard's got a track. Many of you have your songs on the Songtember show. So maybe have an afternoon nap next week and make sure that you can join me because it'll only be, okay, might be 3 or 4 hours. At least start. What I do with the Songtember show is I try to get our UK and European songs towards the front of the show so that folks can be here live for that one. It's time to do our Play My Fire beat, and I'm going to be a self-serving type, because thanks to DistroKid, I've just released my song Choices. So I'm going to make the code word for our Play My Fire beat hashtag choices. Yeah, put hashtag choices in the chat, and here's how it works. We will randomly select one person from this YouTube chat, and if you win, you get to choose one of your songs to play. It's as simple as that. Now, when you do win, if you do win, you do have to put it in plain text. You can't put any links in there, because if you put links, you know what happens. Yeah, no bueno. You can't put links in there, because we'd have people come in here and spamming the chat left and right. So be like the Lily Pillies, be like SM Borthwick, be like Tremor Bear. Hashtag choices in the chat if you want your chance to win a play. And even if you're on the playlist, guess what? You get a twofer. You know, the only time you'll ever get your song played twice is if you're the featured artist, or if you happen to have a song on the track, on the show, and also win the Play My Fire beat. While you get your hashtag choices in there, let's grab this one from Tierra del Fuego. Scapula Winging Records presents Tierra del Fuego. This one's called Gentleman Toke from The Big Wrinkle. This one was written and sung by a former guitarist, James. Enjoy. You'll know this album art, therefore you know that you're about to hear some quality. This one's called Gentleman Toke from Tierra del Fuego's The Big Wrinkle album, and we're going to spin it live right here, right now on Your Music Live.
Going out, know each other and they have no doubt. They both stop breathing and their hearts stall. A mix of pills and alcohol. On the trail she was a desperate gun. She'd been looking for a little fun. On the res where she bought her smokes, everybody called her English Rose. English Rose, where did you go? Together or alone? You died in the cold.
Yes, Tierra del Fuego, Brock over there, Scapula Winging Records. You always know you're in for quality, right? The great instrumentation there, just that real passionate live band feel that you get from that one. Yeah, exactly. Got that familiar feel, and it feels like musicians playing together, doesn't it? You can really feel the vibe and the passion. I know I'm getting a little bit too wordy, but you know what I mean, right? Yeah, it's very, very cool. Tierra del Fuego. Every time I see that name pop up, I know it's a sign of quality. Speaking of quality, if you have a quality song and you have entered our Play My Fire beat, guess what? We're about to spin that wheel. Should we throw a little cheaty F in the background here? Yeah. Good luck, everybody. Who's gonna win on Your Music Live? You're gonna win a free spin. It's gonna be our friend Tremor Bear. Rawr, rawr. Everyone throw some bear emojis because it looks like a teddy bear and it always makes me chuckle. Mr. Tremor Bear is the winner of the Play My Fire beat. Bear knows the drill. Bear's been around here for a while. All you need to do, Tremor Bear, is put your artist name, the name of the track, the name of the platform, throw it in the chat, and we will play that one up next while we wait for our furry friend to make their selection. You have some sticks for guns. Yeah. Richard's been a busy chap over the last month and created some great songs. I've got one I've saved for our Songtember show for next week. But this one, he just says, this has been a very productive period of making music. And you got to make hay while the sun shines, folks. While you're getting those productive vibes going, just keep creating, keep making. So great to have Richard here in the chat to listen to this one. This is Sticks for Guns and Reveal on Your Music Live. the thing. Yeah, the work that Sticks for Guns does with their soundscapes is so good. If you want an example of how to use your stereo space, how to use your EQ, your spectrum of frequency space, Richard nails it every time. You'll notice that there's no build up, there's nothing overdone. It's simple, but its complexity comes in how those sounds are arranged and how they're put together. Again, I love Sticks for Guns. It's my not guilty pleasure. It's just my pleasure that I play Sticks for Guns in the background quite often. I'll just go to the channel and stick a song on, and it'll just start rotating through the different songs there while I'm paying my bills, responding to emails, doing my taxes. Yeah, very cool. And good to have you here. Again, the beauty of being daylight saving times and things getting earlier is that we've got folks around the channel. Tremor Bear, the winner of our Play My Fire Beat, has selected their song. So they would like Goodness and Mercy. We're going to see how good the YouTube search engine is here. If I type Tremor Bear, Goodness and Mercy, is it going to come straight up? Oh, it sure is. Love you, YouTube. Good stuff. All right. Yeah, it sounds like when you've had a long day and you're finally relaxing a bit. Exactly. And it's for me, like I'll do a show like this, and obviously I have to be pretty high energy, and it takes me about 2 hours to because I'm an introvert, 2 hours of me being on, I kind of have to take a couple of hours off. So I'll go for a walk, and quite often I'll throw tunes like that on in the ears just to take a breath and relax. All right, Tremor Bear has selected this song, Goodness and Mercy, from 2 years ago. Some early Tremor Bear here. And we're going to spin this live. The winner of our Play My Fire Beat, Tremor Bear, Goodness and Mercy, here on Your Music Live. Very good groove. The winner of the Cringe Award goes to Thomas Christ, bringing the dad jokes despite not being a dad. Love it. Very cool stuff there. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Bear, but was that the first song that we played or that you sent me? It's familiar. I can hear that one little garage band loop in there at the start that just made me go, yeah, it triggered something. So that might have been the first song you shared with us, or at least with me, way back when, because I remember hearing that and going, this dude's got some talent. That's some punchy mixing, and that's some guitar licks right there. Very cool stuff. Irregardless. All right, we've got a few more songs to play here in the first half of the show, but don't worry if you missed out, if you didn't win. Well, yeah, you got to hear a cool Bear song, and you get a second chance in the second half of the show. But we got ourselves 5 more tunes before we reveal our featured artist of the week, which is coming right up. We're going to play this one from Mike and Dawn Janice, who say, "Hi Pete, this is one of our latest new songs. It is called All Right and All About Love. We are really happy to have our son singing with us on this one. Thanks for giving it a spin. Hope you and the community enjoy." Mike and Dawn, yeah, get the family involved. Always a good thing. They've asked for this one to be queued up around the 140 mark, so who am I to argue? Mike and Dawn Janice, Your Music Live.
The sun is shining on my face. I'm so glad to be part of the human race. Sometimes it's trying, hey, but the good outweighs the bad. Better to count your blessings than walking around just being mad. Lift up your heart in love and rejoice. We just can't be lazy, we must make a choice to focus our hearts on the beauty and grace that comes from the heavens and shines on our face. It'll be alright. Hey, alright now. You see, love can make everything alright. Hey, alright. Love makes everything alright. Love makes everything alright. Alright. Love makes everything alright. Love can make everything alright. Come on. Alright. Alright. Love makes everything alright. You see, love can
Yeah, 80s TV show themes, right? Yeah, it's the all you need is love of the 21st century. Very cool. Yeah, very Partridge Family, very retro 70s, 80s TV style there. Absolutely. But yeah, don't let it fool you. There's some amazing playing and singing and mixing under the hood there. You know, the challenge, the danger, if that's such a thing, of a song like that is you're like, oh, you know, it's just an easy pop song. And then Mike and Dawn are like, yeah, easy. You should have seen the blisters. You should have seen the work we put into making something sound that seamless. But that's the part of being a great creator, is being able to create something that sounded like it just flows and it's just natural and it's smooth, but you know the hard work's been put in behind the scenes. So great stuff there indeed from Mike and Dawn Janice. I'm just going to do a little bit of behind the scenes work here. I'm going to, while I copy this Tremor Bear link over into the description for posterity. Don't forget DistroKid are our wonderful sponsors of this very show. If you check out the link up the top there or down in the description, you too can sign up to DistroKid, save yourself 7% off your first year on any DistroKid plan and get your music out there to the world. The world needs your music. It's true. It's a fact. Why would I lie? What do I have to gain? Except DistroKid are our sponsors. But no, I've mentioned many times I've been using DistroKid for many years before they even sponsor the show. And I will keep using them as long as I can. Because again, you get your music out there to the world. It is a worthwhile doing. Let's grab this one. This is from Atta, who says, relaxing and meditation and more. Well, I feel like a little bit of a relax. So why don't we relax, meditate with Atta. This one is called Ala Tul Betawasani. I did not pronounce that even close to correct, but it doesn't matter because let this song speak for itself. Very cool stuff indeed there from Atta, a total banger for sure. Very, anyone used to listen to the Ministry of Sound, the annuals, and then I was a big chill out sessions guy. So I love those chill out session CDs where they were actually mixed, like really good quality mixing and crossfading between tracks. I can imagine that song coming in one of those albums back in the day. Very cool indeed. Trance is the king and always will be. There you go. By the way, Omni Collective Creativity, we don't normally share results of people doing tests and quizzes here, but 95 on a geology quiz. Rock on. Rock. Yeah. And again, Thomas Christ and I, equally as lame, together in lameness, Tom and me, from way back. Alrighty, we've got 3 more tracks to play before our midpoint and our reveal of the featured artist this week. Let's play this one. This one comes to us from D Fresh, who's been sharing some great jams of late. I'm sure this is no exception. They say, I wrote this about 5 years ago and finally decided to record it. Sometimes you just got to let go in order to move on to another path in life. Hanging on to the wrong thing may just drag you down with it. Here. And that goes for jobs, that goes for people, that goes for all things in life. Sometimes we cling to the familiar because it's familiar, not because we actually want it or like it. Anyway, that's getting a bit deep and heavy. Let's just play this track, shall we? D Fresh, just wanna let go your music live. I had to play it through that little switch up there. The only challenge I have with D Fresh is knowing how to categorize it. What do you call that genre? I call it awesome. Yeah, trap meets prog. I know. I love the guitar. I love the fresh, clean guitar with the amazing beats in there. And yeah, again, like I said, I'm a sucker. I think there's not enough changes in tempo, changes in velocity, like just changes in a song. And that one had some great changes, some great mix-ups and change-ups going on there. Dig it in a big bad way. All right, we are fast approaching the last song of the first half half, but don't worry, don't you stress. We've got a heap of great music coming up in the second half. Let's get those Z's and Z's flowing in the chat, shall we, for our friend who's been with us for many, many years. Not making you sound old now. He's a traveling man. He's a creative man, and he's a Zealand man. Here's Michael, aka Zealand Band, and he says, "Hi Pete, created this one for my wife's birthday with love always." He's also a genuinely loving dude. This one is for Judy with love, Michael, aka Zealand Band. Michael is the man of mystery. I've often said that I think he's actually a secret agent. No one travels as much as he does and can create so many different styles of music without having some links and connections to some underground empire. That's just my view. But really cool, yeah. Super cool change-ups. Nice sine synth in there. Very cool stuff. As always from Michael. Okay, I know I'm kind of just drifting off. I've luckily got a toilet break coming up. I can go and splash some water on my face and slap myself around. You know when you're halfway through a sentence and you wish you could stop? Yeah, that. Absolutely. True beauty there from Michael, and thank you for sharing. That one last song of the first half comes to us courtesy of Mr. Bradley McKnight. And Bradley says this song is called Our Lives. It's the main track from my first EP, which is also called Our Lives. The song is about me as an artist. The song EP title was first thought by my granddad. With me and my music producer were brainstorming about good names. So this song is for him, available at all streaming platforms everywhere. So let's take a listen to this one, shall we? Bradley McKnight, Our Lives, on Your Music Live.
This is our lives, our time. This is my prime, our fight. This is my life, all mine. You can't take it, but you can try. This is our lives, my line. You can't get to, I'm so high. Above me, I'm so right. I'm starting to feel fine. All the bad times, I've lost them. All the problems, I've forgot them. All the problems, I've blocked them. All the problems at the bottom. All the haters, yeah, I shocked them. Do I care though? Am I bothered? When it was me feeling dishonored. And the music that I've conquered. I don't know how, but I imagine crowds shouting so loud, shouting so loud. The center of my life, you might was on a mission. I had a vision, but they didn't listen. Put me in an awkward position. But now I made my decision to move on.
Very cool stuff there from Bradley McKnight. I love that because too many people try to sound like everyone else. You can tell when Bradley's singing that he's using his voice, and you can be so much more sincere and real when you are speaking with your voice. It's why my songs always sound a little bit Australian, because I don't know, there's something about having that twang in your voice. And at first I was like, I gotta sound like Eddie Vedder, I gotta be grand proud, and then I was like, actually no, I'm not going to be a good Eddie Vedder, but Eddie's also not going to be a particularly good Pete Johns, and probably doesn't want to be, but that's another story entirely. That is the halfway point, folks. We got a whole nother hour. You can sit back, you can chillax, you can enjoy. We'll talk about Songtember as well, because I'll let you know how that happened, and I'll talk about my release, and I'll talk about what you can do if you participated, if you didn't. It's a little secret, you still got like about a week up your sleeve, just because we're not doing our YML Songtember show till next week, so no one needs to know if you get your song out on the 4th of October, just saying. But we will talk about all that in the second half here. But it is time to reveal our featured artist, and I'm super happy to be featuring this artist. This is an artist that we first played on the show here 2 years ago, and I had this artist interviewed on the channel. I was on their podcast because they run and are part of Music Production for Women, which is amazing. If you go to musicproductionforwomen.com, check out all the resources there. Great for women in music, but I've looked at the stuff there too, and I find it super interesting. So there's no, doesn't have to be a woman to go and enjoy and to check out the resources there. But yeah, this artist has just been creating great music, been inspiring so many people to create their best music, and just creating a safe and caring environment for folks to be creating music, which is why we kind of gelled, because we're on the same page. We've got the same goals and the same motives. And the artist in question is the wonderful Xylo Aria from right here in Australia. I'm going to play a classic tune of hers that I first heard a couple of years ago. It is called Hover. It's got an amazing video and an amazing song to go with it. Xylo's got a brand new release, and we'll be playing a track from her new release to close out the show today. But for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy this one. This is Xylo Aria and Hover here on Your Music Live.
You ran away, didn't communicate. Out of sight, not out of my mind. Your shadow stayed, you put me in a haze. I continue to hide. I remember the day, beautiful fairy tale. With you I fantasize. You are so true, look after me too. What happened to that guy? Somehow I make you my problem. I just wanna solve them for you. You think I don't care, but I'd harbor. Do you have broke me into two? problem till you broke me into two. Somehow I make you my problem. I just want it all done for you. You think I don't care, but I problem.
Xylo Aria, our featured artist of the week here on Your Music Live. Fabulous stuff there, and we'll be hearing her latest work at the end of the show. A classic example of someone who is a great artist and also a great person. I've always said this, that the people that are in your face that are like, yo, check out my fire beat, brah, unfortunately don't always step up to the mark, but someone who's just, laid back and relaxed and puts their music out there and just says, here, I made something. And then it's amazing, which is what Xylo does. All right, let's continue on with the second half of the show. We've got another Play My Fire beat. We have some cover songs for you and a heap more indie music. Although when I say cover songs, I mean cover song, because we have but one. We were light on for cover songs this week, but thankfully, Ron and Jenny, Wolfstone Studio, came to the rescue. A last-minute cover song reached us, and they say this is a cover song from the band Foster the People called Sit Next to Me. I was watching YouTube and saw that a very young musician did an instrumental of the song a couple of years ago. Eston Stone played all the instruments, and I thought it would be perfect to do vocals. There are actually about 10 vocals on here, so that was a challenge. Hope you like it. So Wolfstone Studio, this one is called Sit Next to Me by Foster the People here on Your Music Live.
Praying man this hunger, feeling something rotten. Last time I saw you said what's up and push right through it. Then I tried to get you, but we're always on the move. Now it's all the first time of symbols of the culture and the night ain't getting younger. Let's call around the corner, feeling gonna tuck it in. I'm pouring out the truth. Fading up these talkers, 'cause now all I want is you. I'm staying here, sit next to me. We can see where things go naturally. Just say a word and I wanna say. Just come over here and sit next to me. Your man and I can talk. It's a midnight intervention. No plans to make it stop. Last night I saw you said you wanna keep it light, but I'm here to tell you I'm not trying to change your mind. It's alright. Ooh, it's alright. Ooh, I'm saying
Very cool stuff. I love it when, the serendipity of like Ron finding this, the cover, the instrumental cover, and then, like a virtual collaboration like that. It is amazing. It warms the cockles, doesn't it? Yeah, when you see stuff like that going on, and super talented young artist there, playing on the keys and the bass and the drums. Very cool. So who was that artist? Eston Stone. Very cool stuff. A very, very talented musician, clearly. Alrighty, it is time to get in to our second half here, and we're going to start with a track from John Mascaro. Now, this is the email that came through. Pete, it's Costa, The Secret Legacy. Here is a video from the former lead singer of The Cry, John Mascaro. He's been my friend for 35 years, and I probably wouldn't have continued in music without him. He has worked for music stores and involved in the music industry for over 40 years. I'm doing this for a friend this time. Please play from around 35 seconds so you'll get a soft verse and the rockier verse. Very cool stuff. So we'll cue this one up to around the 35-second mark. Give it a spin here. This is John Mass on Your Music Live.
It's so hard for people to get along. 'Cause I can see it in your eyes. In this world we run out of time. I can't see friends for so long. They live so close or so far away. They're chasing their dreams with such high expectations. You never see what gets in their way. 'Cause I can see it in your eyes. This world we run out of time.
Very cool stuff. Yeah, the 12-string sound. I struggle with 6 strings, so I don't usually go down the 12-string path. Yeah, nice production, nice style there. Yeah, I dig it. Wearing the Gibson shirt too. Rock on. Probably merch from if you said he works in music stores, probably grab some merch from the distributors. Always a good thing. See, I miss working. I was going to say I miss getting merch because I don't work for anyone anymore. But guess who's the sponsor of this show? I wear them with pride on my chest. DistroKid are awesome. We'll hear about them again in just a jiffy because I'm going to tell you about my song release. Yes, I've just released my new single, and DistroKid made it super simple to do. Next up, we got Neon Ghost, who says this track was built off the bass line, which came from a jam, and all the other layers were inspired by it. I was attempting to cultivate a nocturnal theme with this one. Ooh, coming out at night with a nocturnal theme. We have an ad that's an ad for nothing because SoundCloud's got some challenges, just saying. So we'll just skip that one and come back over to here. So this is Bushwitch Ancient BPD Ride. Your music live. definitely very dark and trippy and nocturnal kind of sounds there. Very cool stuff indeed. Hello, Gordon Lee Weaver. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. If you're having fun, if you're enjoying yourself, hit the thumbs up, guns up button down below. Don't forget you can share the show too. Sharing is caring. Sharon is Karen, as you saw from Costa before, getting his friend's song played, hopefully with permission. Don't want to play anyone's song without their permission. But yeah, you can share it with your friends. You've probably got other people in your sphere, in your world, that are into music, and maybe they're even independent creators. Well, let them know that we're here each and every week and have been for years, and with any luck will be for years to come. Carlos Martinez says, wanted to see what it would be like creating a blues beat with a bit of a jazz influence. Not sure if it worked, but this came up. Cool. Let's give it a spin, shall we? Carlos Martinez and Daylight Blues, your music live. Carlos Martinez there, jazzy Montreal Jazz Fest vibe all over it. Very cool stuff there from Carlos Martinez. Just a bit of production advice on that one. I might have mentioned it before. I think your tracks are up too loud because you're getting that pumping, limiting sound, that kind of sucking in when the kick drum and the snare are there, and it's taking away from what is an epic guitar performance just a little bit. So my advice would be, especially if you're in GarageBand, it's going to do that stupid auto normalization thing. So just turn everything down a little bit, and I reckon it's going to sound even better. All right, we'll play one more song, and then we're going to hear from our friends at DistroKid, because I'm super excited. I just got my song out. Songtember is over, which is both very relieving because it's a very full-on kind of time, but also super fulfilling, because you get to create and put something into the world that didn't exist a month ago. 30 days ago, my song didn't exist. Now, you can go stream the sucker on Spotify and Apple Music, and you can only do that because of our friends at DistroKid. We'll talk about that straight after this song. This comes to us from Rock Speed. They say a song written and produced to think beyond the common with passion and truth for the judged, misunderstood, survivors, and tied down. Done at home with no expensive equipment. That's how most of us roll. Yeah? Let's give this one a spin, shall we? Here on Your Music Live.
Take a look around and think with your mind. Do not be a follower, swim in the shallower part of this life. Take a look beyond. Do not stay too calm and beliefs that they shout. Do not stay too calm and practices that they preach. Take a look around. There's much more to life. There's much more to live. Much more to discover. Much more to recover. Just open your mind. What do you feel? What do you want? It's your soul to please. Not some religions that keeps you tied down. There's many more options. Just keep your eyes open for newer solutions. If you want to do something that's working for you and need a safe, then that is for you. And many more too. Now what are the same? If you like some music, they tell you it's wrong, but music inspires and that sure is right. And they just judge, man, that sure is wrong. But what do you say when you don't know the answer to something that's troubling your mind? How do you solve it? How do you fix it? Nobody said life would be easy. It's an adventure that could be a battle. You gotta fight back. You have to make it and come out alive. You have to fight in order to survive. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. What do you feel? What do you wonder? That is your mind. much. It's easy to speak, but what do you do when it comes to something? It's easy.
Intense, right? Yeah, exactly, Thomas. The energy, again, you can't fake that level of energy. So really cool when you hear someone just absolutely spitting. Is that what the kids say? Spitting with such energy. When I try to sound young, I sound even older. It's very harnessed skill, a good skill that I have there. Very good stuff there. Hello, Gordon Lee Weaver, by the way. Thank you for being here. Hello to everybody for being here. You're all awesome. And you know who else are awesome? The wonderful folks at DistroKid. Yes, DistroKid, they've been the supporters, the sponsors of this show for over 2 years now. They help you get your music out there to the world. Check this out. I've been a DistroKid subscriber for coming on 6 years now, and look at all the songs, EPs and albums I've released. And the reason I've been able to release all of these is that, guess what? For one yearly subscription, you can release an unlimited amount of songs, EPs and albums. Now, just recently, I released this one. I hit the upload button. I did it right here on the channel. Go about 3 videos back. You'll see the whole process if you're keen to learn how I did it. But the cool thing about DistroKid is that we can set up a hyperfollow page. In fact, it's set up for you, but you can then come in here and edit it. So if you come down here on your release, you go to the hyperfollow page. Here it is already, and you can see I've already started building this out. I've added my slaps.com link. We talked about slaps in the first half. I've got my Apple Music title, and it just dropped on Spotify, and that actually gets automatically added in there. So this is cool because you can share this one hyperfollow link. So all I do here, say I copy this, I throw it here in the chat. I'm a shameless self-promoter, but I'm just showing you how cool DistroKid is. So you can share this page with folks. They can preview the song right here on the front here. We can hit play. So you can hear the song there and have a quick preview of it, and then folks can jump straight over to their favorite platform, and you can even add and edit in things like your social media links, your location, a little blurb about you, a whole bunch of stuff there. So it makes it just really, really easy. And I've always said, I think the best thing about releasing your music with DistroKid is that it's low effort. You just put your song up there and it goes everywhere. They put it out to all, look at all these places. Every logo here is a different place. Everything from A to Z, from Amazon to, I don't think there's one that starts with Z, but they're everywhere. They're everywhere. And yeah, it's just so super simple. And then when you want to say to someone, hey, go and listen to my new song, and they say, where do I get it? You say everywhere, because you're smart and you release with DistroKid. So thank you, DistroKid. We love you for supporting independent music, not just me, but you. They support you vicariously by supporting this show. So we thank DistroKid for their ongoing support of your music live and your independent music. We're going to play another track here, and then we're doing my Play My Fire Beat Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. This one comes to us from Through the Night. They say, I got inspiration for the first line of this song while floating in a pool. Nice. And then I wrote it as soon as I got home. It was also recorded in one sitting, which is rare for me. I love it. Good stuff. Love hearing the insights behind the song. So this is Through the Night and American Eye Opener on Your Music Live.
17 blades of grass in my drawer. They are the ones they're looking for. This nonsense is told to no one, and I think they're starting to catch on. 16 million people more. I don't know what they're here for. This nonsense is what I wish to change. If only someone could explain. I took some advice from the man in the alley. I opened my eyes and saw flying fish, red hair and sleep on the stars, and the coys replaced the American flag. 25 days before the climax, we saw it all in IMAX. Shitty leather couches with coffee stains. I can't explain, you can't explain. It has no meaning, but is that okay? 15 letters come and go. Previous songs written years ago.
Totally Keonra. If you don't know Australian music shows, Rage was and still is, as far as I know, a TV show that we have here in Australia on ABC, like late at night, and that's the sort of like trippy jam and vibe you would hear and see on Rage. But really cool. I like really well produced video, and yeah, quirky and cool. I like it. Yeah, it's Kurt Cobain sound to it. It sounds like that, almost that angsty, shoegazy, don't really care kind of sound, like deliberately, but well done. Good stuff indeed there. Thank you for sharing that one. Through the Night, the first track I think we've heard from them. Don't be a stranger. Let's hear from you again in the future. Yes, I'm Australian, so I talk like that. I don't say you're. There's no R's in Australia. We just put every A at the end of everything. Future. All right, so I'll stop the self-deprecating here now. Let's help everyone learn how to spell, because Australia have just gone through daylight savings time. Let's teach you how to say the word Aussie, because you say it like Osborne, not like saucy. Okay, so whenever you're going to say the word Aussie, and I'm going to make this is Australian language lessons with Johns. So if you put hashtag Aussie in the chat, AUSSIE, I know it looks like it should be Aussie, but if you want to say it like Australians say it, you say Aussie. So pretend it's OZZY, and yes, we say Z. OZZY. So Aussie is the word. If you would like to participate in the Play My Fire beat, you can put hashtag Aussie in the chat and you'll have a chance to be selected by the random generator and have your song played. While we wait on the entries, let's grab our next song. It comes to us from the Foundlings and they say, I wrote this song a decade late and $1 short as a rebuttal to Carrie Underwood's song Before He Cheats. The inspiration came from a YouTube comedian's video demonstrating what would actually happen to someone who did the things described in her song, and we just ran with it from there. The inspiration, I love it. Yeah, so there's inspiration everywhere in the world, folks. I like it. So let's give this one a spin. It is Ain't Gonna Be a Next Time. The Foundlings on Your Music Live. Very bluesy, very swingy, very southern rock. Yeah, nice title. Cool track. Good stuff there from the Foundlings from their Gaslight Alley release, and a nice little ditty there. And you know how you know it's quality, don't you? Look at this little thing. Provided to YouTube by DistroKid. Yes. Yes, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. We'll play a little bit of that in the background here while we pull up our giveaway here. We got ourselves 14 entries that have put Aussie in the chat here, which means you got a 1 in 14 chance of getting a win here. So let's turn up some Foundlings. Let's hit the spin button, folks.
So maybe don't use a song.
Maybe you're gonna win a free play on YML. Hypnotic Transmissions. And I said it correctly the first time without any assistance. There you go. Hypnotic Hypnotic Transmissions is Zivina, and they are, I think you've got a track later in the show. We're going to get a Hypnotic Transmissions twofer. Very cool stuff. So congratulations on that one. You know the drill. Just put your artist name, the name of the song, and the name of the platform here in the chat in plain English, or whatever language you like, but I only speak English, so it's going to be your best bet. And we will give that one a spin. We're going to get a move on, because despite the fact we've got a few less tracks this week, apparently I've been rabbiting on too much, because we're running out of time. Kid Kane Music. Where are you, Kid Kane Music? Hello to you. They say, Carpe Diem. I wrote this song based on the 1648 poem by the English Cavalier poet Robert Herrick. The poem is inspired Latin for Seize the Day. Kid Kane sings both Latin, Italian, and English within this song. Guitars by DJ Lenny C. AI video and productions by Kid Kane Studios. Thanks for the play on YML. Your show truly rocks. Well, you rock too, Kid Kane. So let's give this one a wee spin, shall we? This is called Carpe Diem here on your Music Alive. Like that slow rock flow just kicks along so well. Kid Kane, yeah, very cool sound there from Kid Kane Music. Thank you for sharing. A bit of Alice in Chains, you reckon? Yeah, dark and awesome. Agreed, SM Borthwick. Agreed. All right, Hypnotic Transmissions has selected their song. They would like us to play this one called Comforting Chaos, mastered by Jade Star, and they also say the video was thrown together last minute, which means it's probably just extra awesome, not super duper extra awesome. Let's give it a spin, shall we? Comforting Chaos, Hypnotic Transmissions. That is the absolute definition of spine tingling. Like, I legitimately heard that, but I also felt it. If you ever need an example of how to use space and how to use the stereo spectrum in a song, Hypnotic Transmission's got you covered. Really cool, really just wide and thick and rich, and just when those sounds hit, yeah, it just hits you in the feels, doesn't it? Dark and intriguing, just like me, Keonra. Couldn't keep a straight face with that one. Hey, Frank, yes, it's been amazing, hasn't it? Some great music here on the show this week. And yeah, please don't forget, we're here every week. If you're having fun, hit the thumbs up. Check out our sponsors, DistroKid. And I said I'd talk about Songtember, so let's just take a quick break before we finish off in the last 20 to 30 minutes here and talk Songtember. So next week's show is our big Songtember showcase. And you can submit your song. If you go over to the Songtember page, it's been there all month, studiolivetoday.com/songtember. And what you can do over there is you can submit your song. In fact, you can just go to studiolivetoday.com/YMLST. That stands for Your Music Live Songtember. And you can submit your song for the show. Those folks who have already submitted a Songtember song, don't worry, I've got you banked up here. In fact, the artists who I have already are Strange Machine, Psycho 7, Tremor Bear, Paul O'Farrell, Hecken Bren, Certain Skeletal Pieces, Randy Matson, Sticks for Guns, Joe and Barry Glenn, Everything is Music, Jerry Gomes and Steve Coxon. So if your name is one of those, you're actually already in the list. If you submit it twice, I'll pull out duplicates, and I'll make sure that we don't play you twice. But if we do play you twice, you know what, stuff happens. Hey, Boogie and the Mean Machine is our next artist, and they say, "Hi Pete, how are you doing? I'm well. Here's a song of my new record that came out this month. This song is about homeless people for whom I have so much respect on how they survive. Maybe you can give it a spin. Thanks in advance. Love your show. Cheers from Boogie." Yeah, we're absolutely going to play this one. Yeah, the plight of homeless people sleeping rough is is something that I'm pretty passionate about too. So anything that raises more awareness is a good thing. This is Boogie and the Mean Machine, ay, 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 on Your Music Live.
Well, once again, I find a place to sleep. Can't go nowhere. Can't go to my home, cause I got no house. Can't go to my work because I got no job. Ay, 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 ay.
Right now I'm homeless, so I don't know what the law is involved in things like stolen.
Well, once again, I find a place to sleep. Can't go nowhere. Can't go to father, cause he is dead. Can't go to mother because she lives in a wreck. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
How do you not move to that? How do you not like get your yeah? You have to be kind of dead if you're not at least sort of rocking from side to side a bit, listening to that. Yeah, a little bit of the harp going on there, like Eastern Bloc core. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Very cool. Yeah, some head bounce going on there. I know. Ay, 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 ay. I'm not playing it last, otherwise you'd walk away going ay, 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 ay. More so than usual, Scott. Very cool stuff there. By the way, sorry for the confusion. Yeah, if you've submitted using the Songtember form, you're there as well. Don't stress. The people I was mentioning before are those that had already submitted on the regular form that I'll be transferring over to the Songtember playlist. If you've submitted on the Songtember playlist, you'll be on there. And I will, because it's a week out, I'll make sure that at least 24 hours in advance, I'll get an email out to everyone letting you know you're on the show. So if you don't have that email and it's within a day of the show, maybe just drop me a line. But I'm sure it'll all work out in the end. Let's play another song, shall we? We've got the Homeward Stretch here, but it doesn't mean we don't have amazing additional music here. This is The Skeptics. They've released their first instrumental song. Because of a cold and allergies, we were not able to sing. The song is called Funk You Back. Thanks, Pete, for your support and help to get our music out. And if you don't know, The Skeptics is a little band by our friend Mr. Tremor Bear. So this is Funk You Up. The Skeptics, your music live. Oh, yeah. There's some funkiness in the house here. Tremor Bear, The Skeptics, doing their thing there with a super duper funky jam. Thank you so much for sharing it up. Again, from the first time I heard Tremor Bear, which apparently wasn't the time I thought it was. Yeah, just your ability to play in the pocket. Like just that, just the timing. I'm a bit of a timing snob, and when you're playing a funky jam, it's just got to be right on the beat. If you get too sloppy, it ain't no good, and Tremor Bear's got it going on. Oh, bam. Right? Yeah. Okay. It's getting late in the show. It's been a long September, folks. This is from Matt Dunning, who says, "Hi, hope all is good. Lucy's on holiday, so this is a slightly Mike Oldfield-inspired track created in Logic Pro iOS. Evolving bass line and drums later in the track. I hope you all enjoy." This is Matt Dunning, and this is Solo here on Your Music Live. Showing that even without his AI vocalist, he can still bring the awesome there. That guitar sample sounds very much like a guitar sample that was used by a lot of mod creators, a lot of tracking music. I definitely had a lot of songs that had that exact guitar tone in them back in my Scream tracker. Anyone use Scream Tracker, Fast Tracker, tracking on the Amiga or the Atari ST, or in my case the PC? Yeah, great stuff there. Digging the sounds, sweet tones, little journey music. Yeah, agreed. We are on the homeward stretch here. Let's grab this next track. Comes from Greg Pincus, who says, it's about me, just who I am, kind of, hey, I'm over here. It's an attention-seeking song. It's like, look at me, look at... No, not really. Greg Pincus, this one is called Can You See Me? And we're going to play it here for you live on Your Music Alive.
Can you see me the way I want to be?
Can you see me?
This is me. I'm your light in your darkness. This is me. Me, what I am to be. This is me. I'm the one in the shadows. This is me. Me, what I am to be. Can you see me through the cracks in the wall? Can you see me? The fire burning in my soul. Can you see me when I'm standing next to you?
Nice little jam there, a little Hammond sound in there, nice guitar grooves, and just something that you can just tap your foot along to. Nothing too conspicuous, just a cool groove. I've got to stop singing my explanation of songs. Or maybe I don't. Maybe that could be a new concept for YML. I have to sing everything that I say. It wouldn't get old. It would be cool for a very long time. Please save me. Ash. Red. This is a demo I've been working on for years. First half of lyrics written years ago, but the second half are based on recent events working in care. It's about a young man learning to speak his mind. Learn by doing. When you're nervous and scared, that is when you jump in and learn by doing. It shows what you're made of. What great sentiment. I like it. And I think you're going to enjoy this song here. We'll do a quick refresh because it tried to play an ad. It's called I'll Be Fine. Please call me Red.
Have you noticed the transitions taking a while? It's not easy, and I'm not fine. I feel you inside, glaring through my eyes. To speak my mind, frustration at its peak, gritting through my teeth. It's time to leave. Running away seems so much better than staying at home. Procrastination, comfort zones, I'm stuck in limbo. Feeling like a caged bird, a burden as your stomach churns with fear. For speaking your mind, exploiting your unique ideas. And I have taught myself to jump in when I am most afraid. Shows what you are made of when you don't run away.
Super cool track. Love the little jump up there into the lead guitar part. Very cool. Definitely worth another listen. A really subtle but really powerful message in that one. And yeah, working in care with people suffering with mental health, and look, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's an important topic. Like the fact of people speaking your mind, there's two problems that we tend to have, and as creators, we tend to fall into the category of thinking everyone's thinking about us and caring about us too much, or we think about people don't care about us at all. And the truth is it's somewhere in between. So the good news is you can put stuff out there and you're not going to have people pile on. If you say something, everyone's not going to jump on you and tell you why you're wrong and that you shouldn't have opinions. But by the same token, sometimes it's like you're shouting into a void, and sometimes it feels like you're not being listened to. It's a weird one. It's like a contradiction that you feel like you're at one end of the spectrum or the other. The truth of the matter is, people that care will care, but they'll be nice. People that are nasty pieces of work anyway, so don't worry about them. And less people care about what you do and are thinking about the mistakes you've made than you think. That's my experience anyway. But great song and excellent message in that one as well. We have our fourth to last song here, comes to us from our old friend, which is ironic because he's very young, but his name is Omni Collective Creativity, vision impaired artist, and I say that only because you'll see a black screen when we play this song here. Hi Pete, the YML folks, it's Pitch Master of Omni Collective Creativity with a slam and dance beat called Boom and Bust. This is my Songtember track. Oh no, we're accidentally playing it because the whole thing was composed and released during September. Hope all is well. I missed that. This is your Songtember track, so we'll try to give it a spin again next week when we play the Songtember one. Sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. So you may hear this one again, but let's give this one a spin. This is Omni Collective Creativity, your music live. Cool jam there, nice groove going on. Try to guess the sound pack. Definitely some chiptune samples in there for sure. What else is in there? Maybe the what's the funky one? The disco pack. Maybe something from that. I'm not sure. G'day Third Person Productions. Appreciate you hopping in and saying g'day. Guess what? It's the last three songs. Yes, it's time for our anti-penultimate, our penultimate, and our ultimate tunes. And we're going to start the trio of awesome with someone we've already heard from tonight, because they were the winner of our second Play My Fire beat. It is Hypnotic Transmissions, and they say, this is just a strange mix of noise, D&B/jungle, industrial, and bass music that fell out of my head. You should have swept it up. Well, you did. You swept it up and you put it into a song. This is part of a project that I never got off the ground. Until now. Sorry, ... Until now. Let's give it a spin, shall we? This is Rewired Hypnotic Transmissions. I said it right for the third time. Your music live. super cool, but I can't look at the jellyfish anymore. It's the one flaw with the track is for someone like me, I get creeped out. But not as much my daughter; she's absolutely terrified of most sea creatures. But yeah, jellyfish, especially if you live here in Australia, you were taught from a young age to stay away from the jellyfish, especially the box jellyfish, which can sting you and basically kill you. It's one of those things in Australia that people think about the spiders and they think about the crocodiles and they think about the vicious koalas, but no one thinks about the jellyfish and the octopus, the blue ring octopus, equally as bad. So stay off the beach. Come to Australia, get off the beach. They're beautiful, but deadly. No, they're fine. It's all good. Come to Adelaide. Come to South Australia. We don't have too much bad stuff going on here at our beaches. But yeah, don't get stung by jellyfish. And don't pee on it. That's an old wives' tale propagated by that show Friends from the 90s, which was problematic for many reasons, including that. So no, seek medical attention. Don't pee on your foot when you get stung by jellyfish. All right, let's finish off here. We've got our penultimate tune. It comes to us from the Musical Chairs Band. We've played them before. They're always awesome and epic. They say Owning Up is the 7th track from our EP album, The Loft Sessions, recorded in St. John, New Brunswick, using GarageBand. And you know what I say about Canadians? Because it's so cold up there, they rock about 10% harder than everyone else in the world. So, you're up for something good. So, Musical Chairs Band, Owning Up. We're going to play it live here. Our penultimate song, Your Music Live.
Blame it on your weakness. Yeah, you just blame it on your weakness. Instead of owning up, you fold and shut. Feeling weak and you're at your peak. Useless. Today, you start owning up. Just blame it on your weakness. Out of frame, and you lost your way again. Instead of owning up, you're folding shut. Feeling weak and you're at your peak.
Very cool stuff there. I know the album artwork, every time I see it, because the Musical Chairs Band, because I've played so many of their songs, they'll pop up in my feed from time to time, and every time I see that, I'm like, it's similar to the Tierra del Fuego album. It's very distinct, and as soon as you see it, you know you're in for good. So you connect the dots, you connect up the good music with the good time. Yeah, that would be a wonderful song to jam to, wouldn't it? Wayne W. Hacker, thank you for being here. Thank you, Kion, for being here. Thank you all for being here. If you had fun, I would love for you to hit the thumbs up button if you've had some fun here on the show tonight, today, wherever you are in the world. You do mean the world to me, and I do want to say a big thank you to you, the viewer. I want to say a big thank you to you, the contributor, the creator, and a big thank you to you, the moderator. Thomas Christ, J Star, the moderation team, Leela. Thank you all for your work and your hard work and your support. Quick mention here, I'm doing a thing in October because, as I mentioned at the start, October is Mental Health Awareness Month, and myself and many other folks, if you're a creator in particular, you've probably been impacted by mental health, or if you don't, someone you know does. The stats are in, 1 in 5 people at any given time are struggling with something to do with mental health, so it is a big thing, and it's not as visible as physical health, which makes it really hard, and people struggling with it are often struggling in silence. So I just wanted to put a shout out to you you that if you are struggling and if you are having challenges, please, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a licensed therapist, but please, there are professional people, there are organizations, there are friends, there are family, there are people out there that can help you. And very quickly, because this isn't about promoting me or what I do, I'm doing the 1 Foot Forward in October, part of the Black Dog Institute here in Australia. They help through research and support and digital means to support people that are struggling with mental health. So I'm going to raise $500. I'm walking 200 kilometers, which is about 125 miles in the month of October. I'll be shooting a video every day with a little mental health message and sharing that here on the channel. So keep an eye out for those, because it's an important topic. As fun as it is to create music and as awesome as it is to jam out to tunes, you've got to look after yourself at the same time. And I think some of us, self included, need a little bit more. There's a reason at the end of every show I say, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and keep creating, because you got to be kind to yourself first. You got to look after yourself, and then you can help look after others as well. Thank you, Thomas. Yeah, there it is. Exactly. 1 in 5 are struggling, which means 5 in 5 are affected. And talking to someone can only help. Absolutely. So thank you. You can go to petejohns.com/walk. I've made it really simple if you want to donate, but I won't be mentioning it all the time, but I wanted to throw it out there early in the month. So if you so desire, you can do something. You can make a positive step, but you know what? Bit like here, you can donate to the channel, or you can come along and watch, and you can talk, and you can be part of the community. Because I don't know about you, but after I do 2 hours of cool music and hang out with you folks, my mental health is a lot better. So yeah, the music won't solve your problems, but it can always help. It can put you up a notch or two when you're feeling down. Speaking of folks who can put you up a notch or two and create some amazing music, it's our featured artist of the week. It is Xylo Aria. And she said she got a brand new track. She says about this one, the track builds on a strong bass line along with Xylo's lush vocals, eventually culminating in a drum beat that's a little bit out of this world. I had thought once where I was wondering what it would be to realize that your friends or closest loved ones weren't actually humans at all, but were actually aliens keeping a close watch on you. It was a pretty confronting idea, which inspired this song. The track was originally written during the first COVID lockdowns back in her hometown of Melbourne, but was polished off 2023 in the Gold Coast, where she now lives. Xylo once again partnered with Grammy-nominated mastering engineer Clinton McCreary to bring the polished touch to the track. So amazing work here from Xylo. Amazing new release, and this is her track Alien to take us out here, our featured artist Xylo Aria. Thanks everyone for being here. I'm going to say it again because I always do. Be kind to yourself this week. Be kind to others. Keep creating, and I'll see you next time right here on Your Music Live.